Pit of despair was a name used by American comparative psychologist Harry Harlow for a device he designed technically called a vertical chamber apparatus that he used in experiments on rhesus monkeys at the University of Wisconsin-Madison in the 1970s. The aim of the research was to produce an animal model of depression. Harlow had already placed newborn monkeys in isolation chambers for up to 1 year. With the pit of despair, he placed monkeys between 3 months and 3 years old who had already bonded with their mothers in a chamber alone for up to 10 weeks. Within a few days, they had stopped moving about and remained huddled in a corner. Much of Harlow's scientific career was spent studying maternal bonding, what he described as the nature of love. These experiments involved rearing newborn total isos in monkeys with surrogate mothers ranging from toweling-covered cones to a machine that modeled abuse of mothers by assaulting the baby monkeys with cold air or spikes. In 1971, Harlow's wife died of cancer. He began suffering from depression. He was treated and returned to work, but his colleagues noticed a difference in his demeanor. He abandoned his research into maternal attachment and developed an interest in isolation and depression. Harlow's first experiments involved isolating a monkey in a cage surrounded by steel walls with a small one-way mirror. The experimenters could look in, but the monkey could not look out. The only connection the monkey had with the world was when the experimenter's hands changed his bedding or delivered fresh water and food. Baby monkeys were placed in these boxes soon after birth. 4 were left for 30 days, 4 for 6 months, and 4 for a year. After 30 days, the total isolates, as they were called, were found to be enormously disturbed. Being isolated for a year, they barely moved, did not explore or play, and were incapable of having sexual relations. When placed with other monkeys for a daily play session, they were badly bullied. 2 of them refused to eat and starved themselves to death. Harlow also wanted to test how isolation would affect parenting skills, but the isolates were unable to mate. Artificial insemination had not been developed yet. Instead, Harlow devised what I'm going to call a forced sex rack, to which the female isolates were tied in normal monkey mating postures. He found that just as they were incapable of having sexual relations, they were also unable to parent their offspring, either abusing or neglecting them. Having no social experience themselves, they were incapable of appropriate social interaction. One mother held her baby's face to the floor and chewed off his feet and fingers. Another crushed her baby's head. Most of them simply ignored their offspring. These experiments showed Harlow what total and partial isolation did to developing monkeys, but he felt he had not captured the essence of depression, which he believed was characterized by feelings of loneliness, helplessness, and a sense of being trapped or being sunk in a well of despair. Experiments were condemned, both at the time and later, from within the scientific community and elsewhere in academia. The experiments proved what we all knew in advance, that social creatures can be destroyed by destroying their social ties.